let's go ahead. We'll get started with the ball with a little bit of warm up. Okay, we're going to start. We're doing lower body warm up with our foot up on the ball. If you find this difficult, please hold on to a chair or to a wall. So my ball was just inflated. I think it's way too high now, but that's okay. Move the arms if you feel comfortable. Lifting up to the ceiling. If you find that hard for balance, just do the leg. You can keep the arms out to the side, or again, hold on to something for balance. Higher impact, we'll go ahead and move the arms. And remember, higher impact never means it's a better exercise. It just means it's harder and it puts more stress on muscles or joints or bones. So pick which exercise or impact works better for your body. Up to that toe. And slowly back to the ceiling, out to the side. We'll switch to the other leg. Again, we're holding on for balance. If you find this daunting, core is tight. If you tighten the abs, it'll be easier for the balance. And add those arms if you want a higher impact, reaching up to the ceiling. This one targets glutes, hamstrings, quadricep, lower abdominals. It's also a really good warm-up for that lower body. Good, okay, let's pick it up here. Take the legs a little bit wide, about shoulder width apart. I didn't mean to pick it up. I meant to take the foot off the ball, sorry. We're gonna walk the ball out, push it out with the hands. When your arms are fully extended, arch that back to feel a stretch through the back, and then bring that ball back in. We'll do that 2 more times. Walk the hands out, slight arch in the back, and bring the ball back in. We're trying to keep the knees straight if you can without locking. Out again. Good, and bring it back in. Now we'll go ahead and lift the ball. Legs are gonna go nice and wide. Right toes are pointed slightly out. Bend the right knee, and ball's gonna come over that left shoulder. Big lift up so you can feel a stretch up through the abdominals and through the back. You also should feel a stretch through the hamstring and through the inner thigh. Let's do one more on this side. Okay, good. Right foot forward, left foot slightly out. Bend that left knee over the right shoulder this time. And these are slow and in control. You want to really work the muscles here, not use the momentum of the swing. And we'll do 2 more on this side. Good. Okay, come on in. Let's go ahead and try to balance on one leg. So I'm going to lift my right leg up. Core is tight. Stand balancing on my left. Try to move that ball out in front of you and then back in. Holding the upper body still, switch to the other leg. Get the balance first, and then if you want higher impact, go ahead and move that ball. If you find the balance difficult, don't move the ball. Good. Both feet down. Let's do one more for our warm up. Feet again are at least shoulder width apart. Slight bend in the knee. Turn from the waist to the right with the ball. Back to the center. To the left. Back to the center. To the right. And back to the center. And to the left. Back to the center. Good. Okay, now we're going to try, this is going to be a little bit awkward, but try to get that ball behind you. Again, holding it with both hands, nice and slow. Lift up just a few inches. So we're just going up and down a few inches. Slight bend in the knees. It's really good for, it's a good stretch, but it also works the upper back and shoulders. Good. Okay, and then bring it back to the front. We'll do some sit back squats. You can raise the ball up or just hold it directly in front of you. Feet below the knees, knees below the hips. Sitting back like you're sitting in a chair. Weight behind the knees. Lift those toes off the floor. Make sure you're getting that weight back. Again, raise the ball if you'd like, or just hold it in front. Let's do 4 more here. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, we're going to set the ball down and come on our backs. Elevate the legs up on the ball. Okay, core is tight. My knees are going to be straight here. I have the calves on the ball and the feet. Try to bridge it up. If you find it difficult, put the hands at the side of the body. If you find it easy, we're lifting the arms up to the ceiling. Again, nice tight core. Good, come on down. We're going to do that again. Higher impact, I want you to lift a foot off the ball, put it down, and then switch. This one is very difficult, so try it with the hands at the side first. Don't raise the hands. So we're lifting the right leg. Slowly put it down. Lift the left. And slowly put it down. Lower impact, we're holding the bridge. We'll go for 20 more seconds. Again, higher impact, alternate a leg lift. You don't have to lift it really high. You can just do a little leg lift. Okay, good. All backs on the floor. So we have the entire back and the head, neck resting on the floor. We'll start with a lower impact hamstring, row in. Pull the knees into the body and then straighten them back out. Higher impact, go back into the bridge and do the same motion. So this is the higher. If you have a back issue, do not do this in a bridge. Keep the low back down. We're exhaling in, inhaling out. That's my higher. And again, lower impact, that low back is on the mat. This one's great for the hamstrings, quads, glutes, and lower abdominals. Okay, good. Everyone's going to put the back down. We're going to lift one leg up now. Again, we're not in a bridge. Make sure the entire back and neck is down. Do a one leg row in. Now, if you would like, the leg that's up, bring it down to meet the ball. So my heel comes down. If you find that a little difficult for coordination, just hold it up. And from here, you can crunch up if you want a higher impact. Lifting that upper back off the mat. Lowest impact, we're staying with the upper back down, leg straight, and do a one leg row in. And let's switch this. So I have my left leg down now on the ball. Right leg is up. Left leg rows in. You can add a right leg bend if you'd like. And you also can add a crunch if you'd like. Again, everybody's body is different. You need to pick the exercise which works for you. There never should be any pain. If there is, please stop the exercise. Good. Okay, now let's bring it in nice and close. So the ball should be touching the glutes and the hamstrings. Left leg is going to stay on the ball and hold it in. Right leg is going to cross over. So this is a great stretch, but we're also going to do an exercise here. Hands behind the head, don't pull the neck though. My left elbow is coming out slowly and in control towards the right knee. My right elbow is on the floor, anchored. Nice and slow. This targets the obliques. We're exhaling up, inhaling down. And again, hands are resting on the head, but don't pull on the head or the neck. Good. Hold here and now push the knee away for a stretch through that outer hip. So we're pushing the right knee away. Good. Come on in. Switch the legs. I have my right leg on the ball, holding the ball in nice and tight. Left leg is going to cross over. I'm going to rotate off the left elbow. Bringing my right elbow nice and slow, in control, up towards that left knee. You don't have to touch. Just trying to get a little turn here to get the outer abs. Go about 5 more seconds. Okay, good. Hold here. Push the left knee away for a stretch. Okay, now we'll take the ball into the legs. This is for the lower abs and the low back. Relax your head. Low back stays on the mat. Lift that ball up in the air. As far as you feel comfortable, return it to the floor. Higher impact on the way down. Do not touch the ball to the floor. If you have a low back issue, you're touching every time. This one you're also going to feel through the inner thigh. We'll go 5 more seconds with this. Okay, good. Hold it up there if you can, holding it up in the air. Arms are going to come up nice and slow. I'm reaching to the sides of my ball towards the feet for 8 more crunches. Lift that upper back off the mat. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Go ahead and grab that ball. Take the legs down. We're going to hold the ball up in the air. From here, bring it behind the head. And then curl it up towards the knees. Slowly back down. Exhaling up. Let's do 8. Upper back again. Comes off that mat. 7. Ball goes all the way back to the floor. 6. And 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, let's go for the obliques again. So we'll keep, let me show the lower impact. Right knee bent, left leg is straight. I come up, bring the ball around to the left calf, and do that 5 times and then switch to the right. Higher impact, I'm lifting both legs, come around to the right or left calf 5 times, and then go to the right 5 times. If you have a back issue, this should be done 1 leg at a time. So that lower impact again, I have the right leg down and bent, right leg is not moving. Count to 5 and then I switch. And then my left leg is not moving and I'm coming to the right calf, outer calf. Higher impact again is that double leg lift. When you're done with your 5 on each side, we'll do a full body stretch. So again, when you're done, take that ball away from the feet like someone is pulling you in 2 different directions. And one more on the backs. We'll do my favorite, the folding chair. So this is going to be one leg at a time. Come up, upper back comes off, alternating. Count to 10 total. Middle impact, double leg with knees bent. Highest impact, pass the ball. Again, counting to 10 every time. Slow and in control. If you have a low back issue, you should be doing a bent knee or the single leg. We're exhaling up, inhaling down. When you're done with your 10, again, that full body stretch, you never have to do the full amount. Do what works for your body. So anywhere up to 10. If 5 is enough for you, do 5. Okay, let's turn and go ahead and come up. Okay, what I want to do here now is to have a seat on the ball. We're going to walk out just a bit with some seated sit-ups on the ball. So you walk off, the ball is about lower to mid-back, hands come across the chest. This gets the legs too. As you can feel, you're working your quads and hamstrings here. The feet are directly below the knees. Spine is straight. I arch slowly back and slowly up. On the way up, don't bounce off the ball. The slower you go, the more effective this is going to be. Exhaling up, inhaling down. Good. Now from here, if you like this stretch, go ahead and bend back over that ball. Take the hands back. If that doesn't work for your back, come up and reach for your toes. Okay, then let's slowly come up, and I'll give 2 options here. Higher impact, I'm lifting a leg, bringing my hands under the hamstring, and then I'm going to switch to the other side. That's my higher. Lower impact, hold on to the ball, and just lift the leg. You really need to tighten the core here, especially if you're doing the higher, to help with the balance. Okay, good. We'll hold it here. Hold on if you would like for lower, let go for higher. I have my right leg out, knee is straight. 10 little leg lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Try to hold it here, kicking in and out. Again, hold on to the ball if you feel unbalanced. Good. Put that leg down, lift that left leg, and little lifts. My knee is straight for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Hold it here, kick in and out. Good. Okay, come on off the ball. We'll just do a few more. We'll go on to the stomachs now. Okay, what I'd like to do first is come off with some push-ups and row-ins. So you're going to need to be far back from your mat so you can walk out. Start with the ball on the waist. Lock the hands out. The further you go, the higher impact or harder it's going to be. So if you've never done these before, keep it on the thigh. If you want a harder impact, higher impact, put it on the feet. Hands directly below the shoulder. I have a nice tight plank. And from here, I'm going to alternate now. A push up, come on up, and then row the knees in. So we do a push-up, back to the plank, row the knees in. Go at your pace. If you find the knee rowing too difficult, just do the push-ups or hold a plank. Go about 10 more seconds. Okay, good. Come on up. Hands directly below the shoulder. Let's hold that plank. Higher impact, you're going to lift a leg off the ball. Lower impact, do not do that. Just hold the plank. Okay, let's come back off the ball. You can walk off the way you came or come down to the side. We'll do a sit back stretch. Put the hands high up on the ball. Sit back towards the heels and then tuck your chin into the chest. Good. Okay, let's get rid of the ball so it's not the leg. And we'll go into our 10 minutes of movement. Okay, so here I'll give higher and lower impacts. My knee's feeling a little funny today, so I'm going to stick to the lower the entire time, but do what works for you. We're going to go like we did last time, 45 seconds with 15 seconds of a slower motion, and then the 45 seconds again. Okay, so let's go ahead and we'll start with some jumping jacks. Lower impact, there's really no jump. I'm just tapping my heel up, arms come overhead. Higher impact, you can do a full jumping jack with both feet out. So again, pick which one works for your body. And with these, you do want to try to go as fast as you can comfortably go. No matter which one you're doing. We have about 15 more seconds. Okay, good. We're going to do some side steps for 15 seconds. So we'll slow it down here. Nice, comfortable pace, stepping to the side. A little bicep curl with the arms. Good, repeating the jumping jacks, 45 seconds. Lower impact, don't jump, tap that heel up. Arms come overhead, and again, as fast as you can comfortably go. Higher impact, do that full jumping jack. Good, 20 more seconds. So you can see you don't need a lot of time to move. If you have 10 minutes to move during your day, take that 10 minutes. You don't have a full 30 or a full hour, it doesn't matter. Take just the time that you have, 5, 10 minutes, whatever it is. Good, back to the side steps. So we're just stepping side to side for 15 seconds. Okay, next we'll go into a reach across heel press. Lower impact, we're not hopping in the middle. Higher impact, it's more of a hop jump as you reach. So both feet would be off the floor at one time for the higher. Lower impact, I always have a foot on the floor. If you would like, you can take the arm overhead. That'll get the heart rate even higher. If you have a back issue, take this slower, especially since we are twisting, and keep the arms in front. Good, side steps. Stepping to the side, side reaches again. Just reaching across the body, press the heel of the same leg down as you turn. Higher impact, you're doing that little hop in the middle where both feet come off. Arms can come overhead if you want to get the heart rate higher. Fifteen more seconds. Good, and back to the side steps. Relax the arms here. Okay, next one we'll be doing an opposite elbow to opposite knee. Again, faster, slower, whatever works for you. Okay, so we're gonna have the arms up, reach across, opposite elbow to opposite knee. You don't have to touch. If you have a back issue, this should be done much slower. Slow it down with a small turn. Fifteen more seconds. Good, back to the side steps. We'll do this for 15 seconds and then repeat that last exercise. Okay, good, back to the reach overs, opposite elbow towards that opposite knee. Fifteen more seconds. And the side steps. Good, we have two more to go. Okay, next we'll do a full or a partial jump rope. Good, we're turning our hands, heel, tap, toes go up for the partial or the lower impact, higher impact. Do it more like you're jumping rope with a single or double jump. Double is the highest. This is my lower, tap the heel like we did for the jumping jack. Moving the arms in a circle at the side. Fifteen more seconds. Good, and back to the side steps. Relax the arms. And one more set of the jump ropes. This is my highest double-footed jump. Lower one-footed jump. And lowest, tap the heel, no jump. Arms are out to the side, moving in a fast circle. Good, 15 more seconds. And back to the side stepping. Okay, our last one, I'll give different options. You can jog, you can do a high knee march, or you can lift an leg and touch under the knee. So pick which one you like the best. or I guess hate the least maybe. Okay, so we're jogging here, or we're marching. Lower impact, don't jog, just march. If you like this one, then do this one instead. Where you lift that knee nice and high, touch the hands underneath. If you're a runner and you like to jog, go for the jog. That is the highest. 15 more seconds. If you're getting tired, keep a march. Good. Step to the side. And then we'll do one more of the jog or march, and we will be done. Okay, good. Last set. So we're either jogging, we're marching, or we're doing that high knee touching underneath. Fifteen more seconds. Okay, good, and we'll finish with just one more side step. Just get the heart rate back down. And then after this, we'll go into our weight segment. With the weights, feel free to get different sizes. You'll be able to lift heavier or lighter with certain exercises. We're also going to use a chair. We'll start though down on the mat with our weights straddling to do some chest work. Okay, good. So let's go ahead. If you need water, please grab some water as well. And again, we'll need a chair for the weights. And we're going to start on the backs with the weight on either side. So if anyone's leaving, I'm going to tell a quick joke. My friend tried to convince me that yoga is a workout. I told her that that was a bit of a stretch. So if you're leaving, have a great weekend. And again, there's no classes next week, but I will be adding some more to YouTube. So you can still do these Monday, Wednesday, Friday on 11 on your own. Okay, so anybody that's ready, we're going to start on the mat, bend the knees. We have a weight on either side, but let's do a big stretch out first. Pull the hands away from the feet, feel a stretch through the abs and the upper back. Okay, good. Let's go ahead and grab those weights. We're going to start with the butterfly. So I have both weights up to the ceiling and put just a very, very slight bend in the elbow. Arms come out to the side. They don't touch the floor though. And then I bring them back up. I have my knees bent. That pushes the lower back to the mat to protect the low back. If you're ever lifting on the floor like this, always bend those knees. Exhale up, inhale down, but most importantly, don't hold your breath. It will go about 5 more seconds. Good, hold those weights up. We're going to straddle the ear, come on back with the weights, elbows bend, shoulder does not move. My elbows are parallel to the shoulders. It's for the tricep or the back of the upper arm. I'm going to do about 4 more, but again, go at your own pace. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. And now let's either put the weights together or set one down. It's one of my favorite ones with weights for the upper back. Keep those elbows straight. Slowly take the weights back to your comfort level and then come up. If you have a shoulder impediment, don't go far. Maybe go a quarter or half of the way back and then slowly up. If it does not bother your shoulder, go a little further. But you're not touching. These are slow and in control. You're feeling it in the tricep. That means your elbow is bent too much. Elbow should be almost straight without locking. And this one, we're exhaling on the way back when it's easy, and then inhaling when you bring the weight up to the ceiling. Good, now let's hold the weights up, and we'll just do one more set on our back of butterflies. So weights are to the ceiling, arms come out to the side. Elbows are slightly bent, but the movement is from the shoulder. Higher impact now, go into a bridge. So lift the hips, the glutes off the mat and do this in a bridge. If you have a back issue, no bridge. Entire back should be down. And make sure always that head is down. Okay, good. Okay, let's set the weights down. We're going to turn to the front and do a couple without the weights. We'll be using our own body weight. Let's start with a push-up. Do whatever is comfortable for you up to 10. The main thing with the push-up is the glutes are low. Hands are directly below the shoulders. Fingertips just slightly turned in. Elbows go out to the side. Lower down as far as you comfortably can, and then pull back up. If you want a higher impact, go off the feet. Again, glutes are low though, they're not up in the air. And let's do anywhere, like I said, up to 10. And then we'll sit back for a stretch. And again, when you're done with your set, sit back towards the heels, walk the hands away from the feet, should feel this through the low back, the quads, the upper back. Okay, good, and we'll do one more here. Let's do a plank. Pick any one you want to do. Elbow, straight arm, knees or no knees. I'm going to go down on my elbows. If you're doing the elbow and you're off the knees, feel a stretch through the calves. We're going to do a 45-second hold. If it's bothering your back, put the knees down. Some people prefer the straight arm, which is fine too. But again, hands directly below the shoulder if you're doing that straight arm. Core is tight. You can also, if you're walk up and down with these, if you prefer. I'm sure you were hoping you'd get to do that. So feel free if you want to do the up-down plank, where you move from bent to straight elbow. We have about 15 more seconds. Good. Come to all fours, knees directly below the hips, hands below the shoulder. Arch up and arch it down. Okay, flat back. We're going to take the right leg out to the side with a slight bend in the knee with little tiny leg lifts up and down. Trying to keep the hips parallel to the floor. And I have a slight bend in that right knee. Okay, and bring that leg in now with a fire hydrant. So both legs are bent at 90. Right knee is going out to the side without rotating the hip. And keep the right knee still. We'll do fire hydrant with the left. So first out, just out to the side, 90-degree angle in the left knee. And take the left leg out to the side, bend in the knee, slowly lift up and down. Good. Okay, let's have a seat on our glutes now. I want to do just a couple more for the legs, and then we'll do some more upper body standing or seated. Left knee is going to be bent, right leg is straight without locking. Don't hold on for higher. If you have a low back issue, put the hands down at the side. Nice and slow. These are slow and deliberate. 8 more. Long motion. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, hold it up there. Try to keep both knees parallel if you can. We'll do 10 small lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that leg out. And we'll switch to the left. So I have my right knee bent, left leg is straight. Try to get the knees parallel if you can. We're not holding on to the ground for the higher, lower. Go ahead and set the arms down. And let's start those nice, slow, long lifts. Besides getting the quads, you're getting the hamstrings and the glutes here on the way down. So if you want to resist, we're also getting our lower abdominals. Hold that leg up. Try 10 small lifts for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Shake that leg out. Okay, let's go ahead and stand up now. And we'll start standing with the weights, and then we'll go into a seated position. Let's just grab one. We're going to do, let me demonstrate so you know which weight to get. We're doing the crossover or the modified wood chop. So we'll have the weight in the right hand. Legs are going to be wide. Left foot is going to be slightly turned out. Right foot is forward. Come across the body, down to the left knee, and then lift it up to the ceiling at your own pace now for 30 seconds. This gets the core muscles, glutes, hamstrings, that right shoulder. Halfway done. And we're going to switch this. So now I have the weight in my left hand. Put the left foot forward, right foot slightly out to the side. Right knee's bending. I come down to the right knee. Weight comes across the body and then up to the ceiling. Again, 30 seconds at your pace. Halfway done. Okay, good. And come to the center, bring the legs in. You can hold on to the back of your chair or just put your weight forward. We do a one-arm row. So we're bent at the waist. I have the weight in the right arm. Bend forward, row that elbow up to the ceiling. Relax your neck. You can also have the weight on the left leg. Exhale up, inhale down. This is mainly upper back. You're also getting bicep and tricep. When the exercise is easy, resist the weight. Much more effective for the muscles. Good, come on up, straighten up the back. And we'll switch the weight to the left hand now. So I have my right foot forward, then at the waist. You can hold the chair or put the hand down on that right thigh, rowing the left elbow up to the ceiling. About 10 more seconds. Okay, come on back up, straighten up the back to give it a rest. We'll do a single arm tricep kickback here. So again, I'm gonna have let's put the weight in the right hand, left foot is forward. You can lean over with the weight on the left or put the weight on the chair. Elbow nice and high, parallel to the shoulder if you can, or just slightly below. Take the weight back. We'll do a set of 12. Shoulder does not move. 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Again, straighten up that back. One more, standing like this with the chair. Put it in the left hand. Right foot is forward, lean onto the chair with that right thigh, elbow high, and kick it back. Resist on the way in for 12, 11, shoulder does not move, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, another just single weight exercise. Just going to target the obliques. Feet are a little wider than shoulder width. Weights coming in front. The further the arms are out, so the straighter the arms are, the higher impact this is going to be. If you have a back or shoulder issue, keep the elbows bent, keep the weight closer to the body. Very, very slight squat, so slight bend in the knees. Turn to the right side with the weight, movement from the waist, back to the center, and turn it to the left, back to the center. We're trying to keep the legs still, all 10 toes forward, nice and slow in control. If you feel it's too hard, bring that weight closer to the body or set the weight down and do this without the weight, especially if you have a back issue. You don't need the weight for this. Nice and slow, we'll go 10 more seconds. Good. Okay, let's do a tricep over the head. So use one weight, or if you want, if your weight's not heavy enough, you can stack the weights. We have the weight above. Again, a slight bend in those knees. Weight goes behind the head, bending at the elbow, and then up to the ceiling. Feet again, shoulder width apart. Go for about 20 more seconds. Okay, good. We're going to set that down. We're going to do some shoulder work now. So if you are using a heavier weight, you might want to switch to your lighter weights. Okay, we'll start with a shoulder raise to the front, out to the side, and then slowly down. You can also, again, do this without a weight if it's too heavy. So nice and slow to the front, bend the elbows for lower, out to the side, slowly come on down. To the front, out to the side, slowly down. We're not going to be on the shoulders. Come up, weights parallel to the shoulders, straight out to the side, parallel again, slowly down. We'll do one more, slowly up, slowly out, slowly down. Hold here, shrug up and down with the shoulders, up to the ceiling and down. Okay, now we're going to do the reverse of that. So we'll start with the shoulder raise out to the side. So out to the side, weights parallel to the shoulder. If you can, bring them to the front, slowly down. Out to the side, to the front, slowly down, and out to the side, to the front, slowly down. Two more. Weights parallel to the shoulder. Bring them in front, parallel to the shoulder again, slowly down. And last one, front, and slowly down. Good. Okay, we're going to hold the weights now at the side, feet about hip width apart, come up and down on the toes. For the calves or the back of the legs, coming up as high as you can. Okay, and hold it here. Take the feet just a little further apart and nice and slow bends at the side, keeping the weight in contact with the leg the whole way down. We're not leaning forward, we're not leaning back. Core is tight, so we're pulling those abs back to the spine. Keep a nice straight spine with this. Okay, good, and we'll hold this center. Okay, let's go ahead and have a seat for the rest of these, and you may be able to increase your weight with some of these. The first one, though, we're going to do not increase the weight. You want a nice light weight for these. I think we did these on Wednesday or Monday as well. So light weight or no weight at all. Forearm is on the legs. We're bending at the wrist. My elbow does not move. My forearm does not come off either leg. This is great if you have carpal tunnel. You probably have done these in rehab. It's good for the wrist joint. It's good for all the tendons and the ligaments. It's also very good for the forearm. We usually do not work the muscles of the forearm. This is the only way to work them, by doing this motion at the wrist. And we'll do one more. We're going to flip it in the opposite direction. I'm going to set my weights down because they're too heavy. If you have heavy weights, do not do this motion. This is much harder. We're doing the opposite, so the forearm stays on the legs. And then I dip, again, my wrist down and back up. Good. Okay, next we'll do, we're going to do one arm bicep. So pick the weight that works for you. Take it in the right hand first. We're pushing or digging that elbow into the right thigh to really isolate the bicep. Slowly up, slowly down. Exhale up, inhale down. About 20 more seconds. Again, resist that weight on the way down. Good. Switch it to the other arm. Pushing again the elbow, left elbow now into the left thigh or inner thigh. Slowly up, slowly down. Ten more seconds. Okay, good. Come on up, and we're going to do a upper back butterfly. So an inverted butterfly, you're going to need both weights. Step out towards the edge of the chair, bend at the waist. Weights come under the hamstring, and then elbows up to the ceiling. Relax your neck, the spine is straight, eyes are focused on the floor though, without tucking the chin in. You tuck that chin in and let the neck hang down. It puts a lot of pressure on the cervical spine. So try to keep the spine straight even though you're bent forward. Go about 5 more seconds. Good, slowly come up. And we will do a seated shoulder raise to the ceiling. So if you need to adjust your weight, change them up. We'll do one set of 12 here on either side of the shoulder, lifting straight up and down. Exhaling up for 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, then one more for the upper back. We won't do another shoulder because we did some of those standing, but we will repeat this one. Bend at the waist, inverted butterfly movement from the shoulder. Elbows are slightly bent. Exhale up, inhale down. If you're feeling it in the shoulders, bend over a bit more so you can target the upper back. Five more seconds. Good. Okay, then slowly come up, and let's end with a double arm bicep. So weights at the side, spine nice and straight, both arms curling up and down for 30 seconds. Exhale up, resist on the way down. Shoulders not moving, only the elbow joint, and elbows are very tight to the body with this one. 10 more seconds. Good. Okay, so for the next part of the class, the next half hour, you will not need the weights. You will not need the chair unless you need help with the balance. So let's set the weights down. I'd like to do just a quick stretch for the upper body, bringing one elbow behind with a little pressure. And we'll do a lot of stretching too here in a couple minutes if you're staying. If you're not able to stay for the stretching, stretch a little bit on your own. Good, lift the hands back to the ceiling. Bring the other arm behind. Good. Okay, so again, if you're staying, get your weights out of the way. If you need water, again, grab some water. And for the balance, posture, and stretching, we'll use a chair if you need help with balance. If you don't, you won't need the chair anymore. We'll use a towel or a stretching strap or a belt, so something that is not flexible, and also a mat. And if you're not staying, have a great weekend. Great to see you. Okay, so we'll go ahead. We'll start with a little bit of balance first. We'll start with our walks. So we'll do the heel to toe walk. Higher impact, you're touching the heel to the toe in a straight line. Take about 4 or 6 steps and then take it backwards. If you find that difficult, don't touch heel to toe. Leave about 1 inch or so. It'll make it a little easier. When you're doing balance, always tighten the core. That helps with the balance. So So again, about 4 or 6 up, 4 or 6 back, and then we'll repeat that. If you're finding this super easy, you can move the arms, take them up and down. If you're finding it difficult, keep the arms still and out to the side. Okay, let's go ahead and hold now. So we have one foot in front of the other, touching for higher impact, heel to toe. If you're finding it easy, take the arms straight up to the ceiling. If you're finding that easy, go ahead and shut your eyes. If you're finding it difficult, keep those eyes open, pick out a focal point. Good, eyes are open, arms are out to the side. Switch, so now we put the other foot in front, touching heel to toe for the highest, keep an inch in between for a lower. If you're finding this easy, arms are gonna come up to the ceiling. If you're finding this easy, go ahead and shut the eyes. Good. When you're doing balance, always try to master the beginning level first before you move on. So if you're up like this and you're finding it difficult, don't shut the eyes. Master that first before you add something else on. Okay, let's come back, standing on the left leg. You can always hold on to this chair too if you need help. Lift the right leg, core is tight. Okay, higher impact, we're gonna take both arms out to the side, take the right leg out to the side, then bring it in, touch with the hands, and then back to the side. I might have said lower, this is my higher. I'm so sorry if I said lower. This is higher, this is gonna be much harder. This is my lower, I'm just trying to balance, tighten up that core, no movement. As you can tell, this is also a great workout for the core. Balance is also very good for the posture. So core balance and posture, a lot of the exercises are the same. Good, shake it out. And we'll come up on the right, lift the left, hold on if you need to. You find that easy, let go, try to balance. You find that easy, take both arms now out to the right shoulder. Leg goes out to the left, curl in, leg and arms. And that foot is never going to touch the floor, the left foot. You find that difficult, don't move and just balance. Good, okay, shake that out. And let's do one more for a balance. Let's do the airplane. So again, you can hold on for lower impact. Let me show the lower first. I'm holding on, my knees are slightly bent, and I'm going to try to bend forward and then let go of the chair if I can. A higher impact, don't hold on. Everything is much straighter. I'm trying to get my leg parallel to my head if I can. If you find this easy, bring the arms in front of the body and then back to the side while trying to keep the torso still. If you find it difficult, just balance in that airplane position. Good, slowly come up. We'll switch to the right leg. I'm holding on to the chair if I need to. Middle impact, both arms are out to the side, trying to get foot parallel to the head. Highest impact, arms come in front of the head and then back to the side, moving while you balance with the leg. Try to keep the hips parallel to the floor. Good, come on up. And let's take the chair for a posture exercise. Both hands are gonna touch the top of the chair and we're arching back. I have a slight bend in my low back. And I bring my hands as close as I can together while looking up to the ceiling. Okay, good. And let's come down to the floor. We'll do the bird dog. This is a great one for posture. Hands directly below the shoulders. Knees are below the hips. From here, stretch out and try to lift the hand and the foot up a bit to feel a slight arch in the low back. Slowly come down, switch, opposite leg, opposite arm. If you find it too difficult, just do the leg or just do the arm. Once you're in the bird dog position, try to lift the arm or the leg and hold it up towards the ceiling. Come on down, put both hands directly below the shoulders, lift the glutes up to the ceiling, and press back now towards the heels so you feel a stretch through that upper back. We'll stretch in the calves too. Slowly dip down. Try to keep the legs off the mat and look up to the ceiling. If this is too difficult, put the legs down. We're going to hold in this position. Feel good stretch through the abs, through the low back. Now put the legs down. Take the hands out just a little bit further from the body and squeeze the shoulder blades together. So I have my knees down on the mat, my thighs are on the mat, just the hips are off. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. Good, lower the whole way down. Take the arms to the side, hands are facing the ceiling. Squeeze the shoulder blades together and lift the chest off the mat. Okay, come down and relax. Head is down. Take the hands together and touch them if you can, or as close as you can together. And if it's comfortable now, lift them a little bit off the body. If it's not, especially if you have a shoulder problem, do not do that. Just lift the hands up without touching them. And again, I'm not off the mat for this one. I'm completely down. My chest, my head, everything is down. Good, relax the arms. We're going to bring them in front of the body now. Just very slightly out to the side of either shoulder and try to lift both arms up. Keep the legs down, just lift the arms. Relax the arms. Let's just lift the legs. Trying to get the thigh off the mat if you can. Good, put the legs down. We'll lift the right arm and the left leg. My head is down and relaxed. And from here, nice and slow, try to do a couple little lifts up. With the right arm and left leg off. Good, relax. Lift the left arm and the right leg, Relax the neck. And now just nice and slow little lifts up. Good. Let's turn it over to the backs. We're going to do a bridge. A bridge is a great exercise for posture. Before we start, push the shoulder blades down to the mat. So you want to push them down, the shoulders, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Okay, now relax that, higher impact with the bridge. Put the hands behind the head. So stretch the arms out, trying to get the elbows straight, and then come up into your bridge. If that bothers your shoulder, keep the arms at the side. With the bridge, we really want to push that hip bone up so the glutes are squeezed, the glutes and hamstrings are engaged. My feet are directly below my knees. Good, come on down. Take the arms straight out to the side, and we'll try that same bridge. Get the feet directly below the knees, squeeze it up. The weight goes to the upper back. Good, come on down. We'll do one more. Either have the arms straight up in the air or straight down at the side. Up in the air would be the higher impact. Push that hip bone up, trying to get the weight to the upper back. And slowly come down. Take the arms out to the side. Bend elbows at 90 degrees. Legs are going to go straight. My elbows are right out from my shoulders. Try to touch the forearm down to the floor and the back of the hand if you can. If you can't, let them go to your comfort level. Don't force anything. Don't force the push down. Rotate on the elbow. Bring the forearm down to the floor again if it's comfortable. If not, go to your comfort level. We have that upper back on the mat as well as the head. And now rotate a few times slowly off the elbow, bringing the forearm down to the floor and then take it back nice and slow. Okay, good. Now arms are going to go straight behind. Touch the floor if it's comfortable and straighten the elbows again to your comfort level. We have the hands touching if you can, like somebody's pulling you in two different directions. Pull the hands away from the feet. Now from here, taking a nice deep breath of air, hold it in through the nose. Exhale through the mouth. Do it again. Pull the hands away from the feet. A deep breath of air in through the nose and hold. Good, and out through the mouth. Okay, we'll turn to the side. We're going to go ahead and push it up again and grab our towel or your belt or stretching strap. The next couple will be stretching, but they're also very, very good posture exercises. We will start with the same one we did on the chair. You won't need anything now except for your towel and your mat. Okay, so hands are going to come behind as close as you can comfortably get them with straight elbows and slowly lift up. You should feel the shoulder blades coming together. Good, relax that. Take the hands further apart, at least a foot, if not a little more. Same exercise, lift the back of the hands up to the ceiling as far as you feel comfortable. And go ahead and hold that. I want to show you this. If anyone's new, this is one of my favorite posture stretches. Come into a corner of a wall and dip in and hold. You can also do it if you have a walkway or a door, and hold on to either side and dip in. It stretches through the chest. Okay, good. Let's hold it in the right hand. Bring it behind the head. So right elbow is up to the ceiling. Left hand's going to grab the towel or the strap from behind and then pull the right hand down to the floor while I'm pushing the right elbow back. Good, relax that. This time we're going to pull both hands behind us. So I pull both hands, my elbows are still, especially that right one is going to be bent. My left one is slightly bent, and I'm pulling back this time instead of down. When you're stretching to your comfort level always, it should never be painful. And when you stretch, you want to hold about 15 to 20 seconds to get the most benefit. And always make sure you're breathing, not holding the breath. Good, relax that. Let's hold it in the left hand, behind the head. Right arm comes behind, grabs that strap or towel, and first we're pulling down. So we're pulling the left hand down to the floor. This is for the shoulder and the left tricep. You're also getting some upper back. And we'll relax that, and this time we're pulling it back behind. So I have my left elbow stays bent, my right elbow is just slightly bent, and I pull both hands back towards the wall behind you. Good, relax that. Let's have the strap down at the side. Hands are wide. We're going to do that same exercise or stretch we just did, except we're going to bend forward. So take the legs wide, bring the strap over the head as far as you feel comfortable, and then bend forward as far as you feel comfortable. This one you're getting low back, hamstrings, upper back, shoulders. Just do a slight pull, pulling the hands away from each other. Good, slowly come up. And let's set the strap down for a second by the mat. We're gonna go on our backs in a minute. But I'm gonna give 2 options for this. Take the left foot forward and the right foot back. You should feel a stretch through that right calf. Higher impact, bend it forward and go ahead and do it this way with the glutes high up in the air. So I have my glutes high and I'm pressing the right heel back. Lower impact, you're staying up on the left thigh, pressing that right foot back. So whichever way you feel it more. Another one I love for the calves is to dip off a bottom step, taking your heel down. Okay, and we'll switch this. So now we want to feel this through the left calf. So we're bending forward, putting the weight on the right. Or if you're down like this with the glutes high, press that right heel back. Okay, good. Let's come into a seated position. We'll take the legs out into a V. You can use your strap here if you would like. You don't have to. You can also just use your hands. We're bending forward to that right foot. If you want, put the strap around the right foot and give yourself a little help. Again, you don't have to do that. You could also, if you need a little assistance, just hold on to the calf or the ankle and pull down slightly. Okay, now slowly come up. We're going to come back to that right leg, but this time take the arm over the ear and do it that way so you feel a deep stretch up through the obliques. Trying to take the hand towards that right foot. Again, it should not be painful, so just go until you feel the stretch and hold. Slowly come up. We'll do that same one to the left now. So right arm's coming over the right ear towards my left foot. Good. Slowly come up. Come over the right foot now and turn. So you're going to take your hand, put it on that right thigh, and give yourself a little help, pushing the upper body over to the right as far as you can. And we'll do the same to the left. So the right hand is going to touch the left quad and turn to the side. And back to the center, strap or towel if you would like. Come to the left leg now. You can grab at the ankle or the calf, give yourself a little help, or you can put that strap around the left foot and do the same pull down. Make sure you're focusing on the breathing in through the nose, out through the mouth, but most importantly, don't hold your breath. And we'll bring both legs together. Let's start with a straight knee. Towel is going to go around the bottom of the feet again and pull forward. The knees are straight, so you're probably going to feel this mainly through the hamstrings. Again, you don't want to overstretch. As soon as you feel a stretch, just stop and hold. And we'll bend the knees now and do that same stretch. We're pulling our upper body into the quads. The knees are bent probably at about a 30-degree angle. You want to feel this through that low back. If you're feeling it still in the hamstrings, bend your knees more. And come on up, we'll put both feet together. Deeper stretch, you're pulling the feet closer into the body. And then we're all going to press the knees down to the floor. If this is uncomfortable, take the feet further away from the body and don't press the knees down as hard. This is mainly for the inner thigh. Good, release, bring the knees up, and let's repeat that one more time. Pressing the knees down to the floor. You need a deeper stretch, bring the feet closer into the body. Good, come on up. We're gonna do the necks and then we'll go on our back to do more leg work and lower back. But first, sit any way that is comfortable for you, and we'll start with some semicircles. Try not to move the shoulders or the back at all, only the muscles surrounding the head. Nice and slow, dip the chin down to the body, and then slowly look over either shoulder. Good, we'll look forward, look up to the ceiling, and down to the floor. Put a little pressure on the back of the head. And come back to the center. Look over the right shoulder. If you want, you can take your hand and just put a little pressure on your chin here. Good, take the hand off now and look down. So we're still over towards the right shoulder, but we have to glance down, lowering the chin. Slowly come up, we'll look over the left shoulder, put a little pressure on the chin if you'd like. Okay, take the hand off if you have it on, and we'll look down. Good. Okay, come on back up, get your towel, and we're going to come down onto the backs. Okay, let's start with the tower strap around the middle of the right foot. Keep the entire back on the mat as well as the neck and head. Start with the left leg bent. Now we're going to bend the right knee, bring it over the left for a figure four. The strap's in my left hand. Lift the right leg off the floor for a deeper stretch. We're pulling the right foot back to the left shoulder. You can also take your right hand and push away the right knee if you need a deeper stretch. The low back is on the mat for this. You want to feel it through the right hip, so keep the low back down. Take the left leg now straight up in the air. And keeping the low back down, try to push with the left leg too. We'll return the left foot to the floor, left knee is bent, right leg is going to go straight to the ceiling, slightly pull back on the strap. I have my entire back on the floor, head's on the floor. You feel this only through the right hamstring. Straighten out the left leg now, both legs are straight. Trying to push the left leg to the floor or as close as you can get it. Take the right leg away from the body. I have the entire back on the floor. I'm going to stretch out my left arm and then turn and face my left arm. And look back to the ceiling, bring the leg up to the ceiling. Strap's going to go in the left hand. Bring the left leg across, right leg across the body. Stretch out the right arm, and we'll look towards that right hand. So for now, I have my right leg straight without locking the knee. The upper back is down, just my right hip is off the mat. Now let's bend the right knee and pull the right knee up towards the left shoulder. Good, look back to the ceiling, straighten out the right leg, take it back up to the ceiling and switch, putting the left foot in there. Do figure 4 first, so my right knee's bent. Left knee crosses over the right knee, straps in the right hand, pulling back to lift that right knee off the floor and push away the left knee if you need a deeper stretch. Low back is on the mat. You should feel this through the left outer hip area. You might also feel it down through the left glute and hamstring. And let's take the left leg up to the ceiling. Keep the right knee bent first, slightly pull back. Left knee is straight, but don't lock it. Straighten out the right leg, push it down to the floor. Take that right arm out to the side. Left leg is going to fall away from the body. And we'll look towards the right hand, slightly pulling back. And don't hold the breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And bring the left foot back to the ceiling, across the body, straps in the right hand now. Stretch out the left arm, look towards that left hand. Let's go ahead and bend the left knee. So we're pulling the left knee up towards that right shoulder. You should feel a really deep stretch now through that IT band, through that outer left hip, maybe the left glute and hamstring. And we'll look back to the ceiling, bring that left foot up, and let's do one more. This one is for the low back, so we're gonna add the other foot. If you like to do the flip over, set your strap. You can do this without the strap or with the strap, but I'll show 2 impacts. Higher impact, we're bringing the legs the whole way over the back. That's my higher. Lower impact, I'm just lifting the low back a few inches off the mat. I bend the knees and I pull my feet down towards my face. You want to really get a good stretch through the low back here. So if you're doing the lower impact, make sure the low back is a few inches off the mat, or you're not going to feel this enough in the low back. Again, make sure you're breathing. Okay, good. We'll slowly return the low back to the mat. Bring the feet down. And then nice and slow, turning to the side and pushing up. Okay, everybody, have a great weekend. It's good to see everybody. And I'll see you in a week.